Welcome to today's video. A gender pay gap persists in Hollywood. The men top the lists of top actors and actresses in comparison to the women. This pay disparity is due, in part, to roles. There are simply fewer main female characters in the superhero movies and blockbusters that pay the sizable back-end profits that result in leading men's large paydays. This video gives a list of highest paid actresses from the years 2008 to 2017 as reported by Forbes. Subscribe to this channel for these and more. 2017. Emma Stone, $26 million. La La Land. The city and its celluloid namesake has been very kind to Emma Stone. At just 28, the Hollywood star is this year's highest paid actress, banking $26 million pre-tax in Forbes' 12-month scoring period. Stone has bulk of her earnings from the movie musical, which also won her a Best Actress Oscar. Her portrayal of Mia, an aspiring actress and barrister, garnered very good reviews and goosed the film to $445.3 million at the global box office. "I moved here when I was 15 to start auditioning. I knew what it felt like to go on audition after audition," Stone said backstage after accepting her Academy Award, speaking of the similarities between the role and her life. "Those auditions have officially paid off." She scored her largest ever annual take-home and is the biggest dollar and percent gainer, year-over-year, of anyone on the list. 2016. Jennifer Lawrence, $46 million. For the second year in a row, the odds were in her favor. Jennifer Lawrence was once again the world's highest-paid actress, notching $46 million pre-tax over 12 months, $13 million more than second-ranked Melissa McCarthy, who pocketed $33 million. Lawrence's impressive earnings consist largely of a profit slice from the big box office gross, $653.4 million, of her final Hunger Games installment and a mammoth upfront fee for the forthcoming Passengers. Her total had dropped from $52 million in 2015, but she remains the girl on fire, financially speaking. 2015. Jennifer Lawrence, $52 million. Jennifer Lawrence may have been made famous by the Hunger Games, but she's certainly not short of bread. The 25-year-old banked $52 million pre-tax over 12 months to be the best-paid actress, $16.5 million more than second-ranked Scarlett Johansson, who earned $35.5 million. For the first time ever, the ranking looked at the world's highest-paid leading ladies to create a truly global list of actress earnings. Despite the broad evaluations, only one non-American made the list, Chinese actress Bingbing Fan, who ranked number 4 with a $21 million tug. Fan, who joined the ranking thanks to roles in movies such as The White-Haired Witch of Lunar Kingdom and endorsements with Chipard and L'Oreal, is likely best known to U.S. cinemagoers for the role in X-Men: Days of Future Past. 2014. Sandra Bullock, $51 million. On paper, the movie Gravity seemed like a crazy risk. Despite the odds, Gravity turned out to be one of the highest-grossing movies of 2013, bringing in $716 million at the global box office. The film was the rare commercial and critical success. Gravity earned 10 Oscar nominations and won 7 gold statues. Thanks mostly to Gravity, Bullock topped Forbes' 2014 list of the highest-earnings actress with an estimated $51 million in earnings between June 2013 and June 2014. 2013. Angelina Jolie, $33 million. In 2013, it was 3 years since Angelina Jolie's last big movie, The Tourist, with Johnny Depp. It underperformed for a film with that kind of star power, bringing in $278 million on a $100 million budget. In the interim, Jolie wrote and directed her first film, the Bosnian war movie In the Land of Blood and Honey, and privately dealt with a major health issue. After finding out that she was a carrier of the BRCA1 gene, Jolie opted to have a double mastectomy. Jolie probably could have kept her decision a secret. Somehow, the celebrity press never caught on to why the star was suddenly out of the public eye. Hollywood hasn't shied away from Jolie. She's still one of the few actresses who can demand a paycheck of $15 million for the right movie. Jolie topped Forbes' list of Hollywood's top-earning actresses with an estimated $33 million in earnings between June 2012 and June 2013. That was $13 million more than Jolie earned the previous year and $7 million more than the second-ranked actress on Forbes' list 2013, Jennifer Lawrence. 2012. Kristen Stewart $34.5 million. Studios are notoriously stingy when it comes to paying young actors for the first film in a planned franchise. Forget about the $10 million they would have had to shell out to get a big name. An up-and-comer is lucky to get $800,000. That changes dramatically when it comes to the subsequent films in a series. Suddenly, the star becomes indispensable and the studio has to pay up. That's why Kristen Stewart vaulted to the top of Forbes' annual list of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. Women are still paid less than men in the movie business. The 10 actresses who made up Forbes' list 2012 earned a total $200 million compared to the $361 million brought in by the top 10 men. 2011. Angelina Jolie and Sarah Jessica Parker, $30 million. Tying at the top of Forbes' list 2011 are Angelina Jolie and Sarah Jessica Parker, each earned an estimated $30 million. Jolie has made a name for herself as an actress who can easily handle action, drama and even directing. She wrote and directed the film In the Land of Blood and Honey, a romance set against the backdrop of the Bosnian War. That film follows up her two big-budget 2010 action movies, Salt and The Tourist. The latter, which co-starred Johnny Depp, initially looked like it was going to be a failure after a paltry opening weekend box office haul of $16 million. But thanks mostly to the overseas market, the film went on to earn $280 million, cementing Jolie's appeal abroad. Parker still makes most of her money off of Sex and the City. She earns big from reruns of the TV show thanks to her dual role as star and producer, and the second movie, which hit screens in 2010, performed pretty well. It wasn't as big a hit as the first movie, which earned $415 million, but it brought in a respectable $290 million. 2010. Sandra Bullock $56 million. Life can be difficult for actresses in Hollywood since good roles are few and far between, and their paychecks are usually smaller than their male co-stars. But Sandra Bullock bucked the trend in a big way. First, her romantic comedy The Proposal grossed $320 million on an estimated budget of $40 million. That would be impressive enough. But then The Blind Side hit theaters months later. Bullock cut her usual fee to star in the movie and reaped a large share of the film's profits in return. Between her earnings on The Proposal and The Blind Side, Sandra Bullock earned $56 million between June 2009 and June 2010, tops among Hollywood's leading ladies. 2009. Angelina Jolie $27 million. Angelina Jolie wavers between two kinds of movies: award bait, like A Mighty Heart, and action films, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. The former earned her nominations and critical praise. She won an Oscar in 2000 for her work in Girl, Interrupted and a Best Actress nomination for Changeling. The latter earned her big bucks. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, where Jolie met her boyfriend, Brad Pitt, earned $480 million at the worldwide box office. Jolie's cinematic butt-kicking made her the highest-paid actress on Forbes' annual Celebrity 100 list 2009. Between June 2008 and June 2009, Jolie earned an estimated $27 million. 2008. Cameron Diaz $50 million. Cameron Diaz topped the list in 2008. She raked in $50 million during the 12-month period, thanks in large part to her lucrative recurring role as princess-turned-ogre in DreamWorks' Shrek franchise. Often typecast as the Blonde Ditz, Diaz also hit the big screen opposite Tinseltown goofball Ashton Kutcher in 20th Century Fox's spring comedy, What Happens in Vegas. Thank you for watching.